Today I'm going to be covering my wish list for Injustice 3. Now, Injustice, when it first came out, wasn't really my thing, to be completely honest. I wasn't really into fighting games. But my uncle introduced me to the series because he had a copy of the first Injustice game right on standby and asked if me and my cousins would like to play with him. So we were like, alright, I'll give it a try. I love DC, why not? So we all jumped in, started playing the game, and I immediately fell in love with this game and this game genre. I love fighting games, and I love DC, so this was a perfect mix for me. So, without further ado, let's start the roster. Let's start first with the returning characters. Obviously, with a DC game, you're not going to have it without Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash, and Green Lantern. To be completely honest, you're not. Um, and with the Injustice series, you also can't go without Harley Quinn, because she's one of the most popular DC characters ever made, and the Joker, for the same reason. I know he's in Mortal Kombat 11, and he's dead in the Injustice universe, but he's the Joker. He shouldn't have been in the last game, he shouldn't be in this game, but he's the Joker. He's gonna be in the game. On the heroes side, I also have Cyborg returning. I have Raven returning from the first game, because everyone loves the Teen Titans. I got Green Arrow returning, Black Canary returning, Supergirl returning because, she's kind of the main character of the ending of Injustice 1, or Injustice 2. It was kind of her story at the end. She became Earth's Kryptonian protector. Nightwing is going to come back because, to be honest, Damian Wayne Robin with a sword replacing Nightwing was really dumb. Replacing Nightwing? Really dumb. Even if it had the Staff of Grayson ability, it should be default Nightwing, because Nightwing is a more popular character, and he's Nightwing in story mode. So they had to do more work to make him Robin than they would have to make him Nightwing. They did more work to make him Robin than it would take to make him Nightwing. Also going to bring Aquaman back because Aquaman, he's one of the big seven. I'm saying Red Hood is going to be back because, again, super popular. I think Lex Luthor is going to come back because Lex Luthor is one of the biggest DC villains and he already missed one of the games. Catwoman has been in every game. She's very popular. I think she's going to be in the next one too. Deathstroke, I think, will make a return because he's very, very popular. And he was at the ending of Justice League, so we don't know if there's any movies coming out with him, maybe, because they teased him in the movies before. And Black Adam, I think, is also going to return because he's been in every single game. It makes sense for him to return for the third, and his movie is finally in production. I mean, think about it. You could get The Rock to voice him, or The Rock to voice a Premier Skin. That'd be great. Let's start on the new characters. Alright, we got John Constantine, because he's very requested, and there was some leaks that said he was going to come out. Huntress, for the same reason, the leaks, and she just had the Birds of Prey movie, so she's getting some popularity. Mira, heavily requested character for Injustice 2, and was in the Aquaman movie, so she's very popular. Actually, she might be losing some popularity with that whole controversy with Johnny Depp and everything. Etrigan, again for the leaks, mostly. Ragman. Now see, we already did Constantine and Etrigan, so I was kind of in the mindset of Justice League Dark, and I thought Ragman would be a great addition to fit in with those guys. Oh, I missed one. Zatanna will also be returning from the first game. Penguin, leaks, obviously. Killer Croc, he was in the first Injustice mobile game as a character. And he was in Easter eggs in the first Injustice and the second Injustice, so it would just make sense for him to be in. Star Sapphire, I think, will be in the game because I think it's going to be like a Blackest Night type story. Star Sapphire is a lantern we haven't seen. There's been a new lantern every game. Star Sapphire, I think, would be the next most popular outside of Atrocitus and Sinestro. I also put in Circe because I didn't have any Wonder Woman villains. I figured Circe would be a good Wonder Woman villain. Alright, let's move on to DLC. Dr. Manhattan. I'm almost positive he's going to be in the game. With all the posters and things that have been revealed lately, he's going to be in the game. Booster Gold, highly requested character. Neo from The Matrix, again, mostly for the leaks, but I think with Keanu Reeves being in Cyberpunk, it could be great promotion, especially since The Matrix 4 is coming out next year. Johnny Cage. He's the next Mortal Kombat character. There's been at least one in every game. You had Scorpion in one, and Sub-Zero and Raiden in the second one. Johnny Cage is the most fun-loving, charismatic of the Mortal Kombat characters, so he'd fit great within DC. Plastic Man, another highly, highly requested character, and his moveset could be awesome. A guest character, don't know how likely this would be, but I would love to see Lara Croft as a character in Injustice 3. That would be so cool to see, Lara Croft. Hawkgirl, for the popularity of the Justice League the Animated Series, I think that would make a lot of money in DLC. Beast Boy, very highly requested character. And last but not least for the heroes of the DLC, Static Shock is a very highly requested character, and I would love to see him make his gaming debut in Injustice. Reverse Flash would be his own character, not a skin, because that is very highly requested from a lot of fans that want to see Reverse Flash have a more brutal moveset as opposed to the Flash. Captain Boomerang, because of the Suicide Squad game and the Suicide Squad movie that came out a few years ago. And I think someone that would be really cool to implement is Parasite. He could work like a Shang Tsung type where he absorbs you and gets to use your moveset. I think that would be very cool. Pre-order bonus. Last time it was someone very, very powerful. It was Darkseid. And recently, in the Injustice 2 mobile app, they added Martian Manhunter, another very, very powerful DC character. So I think it would be great to make Martian Manhunter the pre-order bonus. And the main villain, obviously, would be Necron. Let's move on to some skin ideas. I figured for Superman, Zod would be perfect for a skin. Zod would be an absolute perfect skin for him. And like I said earlier, with Raven and Cyborg and Red Hood, all Teen Titans members, it'd be great to put in some Teen Titans. So we could put Donna Troy in for Wonder Woman. We could do Arsenal for Green Arrow, Wally West or Bart Allen for Flash. You put Kyle Rayner for Green Lantern. He was on the Titans for a short period of time on top of the John Stewart Premier skin that's been in every game. King Shark is going to be in the Suicide Squad game that comes out in 2022, so it'd be a great cross promotion to put King Shark as a skin for Killer Croc. I think it would be very cool. And everyone wants him. He's got movies and everything. Shazam as a premier skin for Black Adam. I think because their powers are pretty much the same, it would fit perfectly. Captain Atom for Dr. Manhattan would be very cool. You just have an actual DC character attached to that Watchmen character, which would make me personally happy. You got Plastic Man and Elongated Man, basically the same. Alright. Well, that pretty much covers it for my prediction / wish list, if you want to call it that, because some of these I don't think will make it in, but I would love to see. Like Hawkgirl. I don't think Hawkgirl has any chance of making it in. Or Martian Manhunter for that matter, but I would love to see them. Or Wally West even. But I would love to see those characters because I love this series and I love DC.